was more at play in 2016 when you had Bernie Sanders supporters
Correct.
who then switched over to Donald Trump and vice versa. They heard something for themselves in both those guys. We can't talk about the future of conservatism without talking about Kevin McCarthy, who has the title of House Minority Leader, but he's not really leading. And I want to play more sound from Marjorie Taylor Greene, where she talked about Kevin McCarthy. Listen.
Kevin McCarthy has a problem in our conference. He doesn't have the full support to be speaker. He doesn't have the votes that are there because there's many of us that are very unhappy about the failure to hold Republicans accountable while conservatives like me, Paul Gosar, and many others just constantly take the abuse by the Democrats.
Oh, boo-hoo. My God. So much victimhood here. But Stuart, what she says, again, is not untrue. Kevin McCarthy has a problem. To my mind, his being silent on all these things, he might help Republicans get the majority, but if he thinks he can control them, if indeed Republicans become the majority, he's got another thing coming, doesn't he?
You know, for years, when Michael and I were involved in the party, we always said that it was a mistake to try to negotiate with terrorists. And that's what Kevin McCarthy's trying to do. If Republicans take over the House next year, which odds are they will, they're going to put Kevin McCarthy's head on a spike. They're not going to elect him speaker. He isn't what they want to be. He's a guy who's sort of like a Rush chairman who's trying to sort of make everybody happy. It's not going to work. They want a warrior, somebody like Jim Jordan is going to be Speaker of the House. And that's what Americans need to really focus on. You know, it's not going to be some domesticated, nice version of republicanism if they take over the House. It's going to be people like Marjorie Taylor Greene are going to be running the House of Representatives of the greatest country in the world. And you got to ask yourself what that means.
Chairman Steele, as a former chair of the RNC, your job was to help find candidates and help them win. Speaker Jim Jordan, I mean, you know a lot of those folks on Capitol Hill. The likelihood of a Speaker Jordan?
Is a lot higher than the likelihood of a Speaker McCarthy. I think Stuart is exactly right. I think the underlying thread for a lot of the folks inside the Republican caucus is they've looked at, you know, from Boehner to Ryan to now McCarthy, a sort of feckless leadership that is not prepared to engage the Nancy Pelosi. They see an AOC as much more as a potential leader on the left than they need someone to counteract that. So they, you know, you can't play nice with that type of strategy. So absolutely, Kevin McCarthy is kind of whistling past his own graveyard when he thinks that this caucus is going to turn over the leadership if the House turns Republican next year, that he's automatically going to lock that down. She's sending him the signal now, bro, you got a problem that's not necessarily fixable.
Yeah, the burn it all down caucus is gearing up to keep him from getting the speaker's gavel. Stuart Stevens, Michael Steele, I wish we had more time, but I really appreciate your coming back to the Sunday show.
All right.
Coming up.